go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live.
Hey everyone, how are you today? I'm here for your morning report, and I'm so happy to get it in your morning. It's already afternoon for me. Hi Ty, hi Pretty. Hey, that's pretty. Oh. I like it when the card falls out. How about if I just keep that one? Hi Gabrielle. Hi Adriana. This card fell out, so why don't we just see if that's a spiritual thing? It has to be, right? Let's take a look. Black co-host. Black co-host. Hi, Misha. Good health be more. Good health, Misha. Black co-host. What does that mean? Black co-host. I feel like I brought black co-host. I wonder if I brought it for Brittany, or is it a health? 5 of fire. Black co-host. 5 of fire. How's everyone doing? Black co-host. All right. Black co-host. Anger is sacred. But through the slumber of helplessness and complacency, resist. Woman's rage is a force that will change the world. So now we describe it. A lush stand of black cohosh grows against a bright red wall while flowers burst from a deep crown, looking like sparklers. The seeds shake like a rattlesnake before it strikes. Flies, bees, and other insects are drawn to the plant's strong scent. The earth below is teeming with life. The healthy, shallow roots jut out before the surface of the soil. Honor the fire that rises up within. Neither deny your anger nor let it rule you. Discern whether your rage is righteous or if it is rooted in fear and insecurity. Through the survival of black cohosh is threatened by a loss of habitat. It remains an important medicinal. The tincture supports the female reproduction system, alleviating pain and releasing stuck fluids from the body. Black cohosh teaches us to harness the power of our own creative source. As the tall flower bends easily in the wind, cultivating a strong, flexible backbone. The folk name, snake root, signifies transformation. Rattle like a snake and shed your skin. That's very deep. That's a good one. Who is this talking to? Who's got anger issues? We are in a full moon, Cancer, right? And Cancer brings out emotions, good or bad. And so now is not the time to have those conversations with someone. We are in Mercury retrograde. We are a full moon in Cancer. And that could be a disaster. to have a conversation today. Better to hold your steam, hold your conversations. Better to call me than to have that conversation today. Because by the time you call me, it might be too late. Right? Who is dealing with wanting to speak out? Remember, there's a part here where it says, is it rooted in anger and fear? Right? You have a right to be angry. You have a right to be upset. But where is it coming from? And is today your best day to communicate? Some people are rooted in anger and fear because it's a discipline. You've been disciplined to be afraid. And you just might be tired of it. And yet today still isn't your best day to have that conversation with that person. Better to talk to a therapist than to let something else over here affect you so badly that maybe it's uncontrollable. Don't let people trigger you. Not during the Mercury retrograde. Not during the full moon in Cancer. Don't let people trigger you. And sometimes you have to know when someone's plucking you, plucking your feathers. Sometimes you have to know when somebody's baiting you. And you have to look at them. You have to go, huh. Yeah, that's about right. Well, you're a bitch. You're a bitch, Tracy. Huh. Yeah, that's what they call me. Yeah. Right? I mean, sometimes you can't take it out on a Starbucks employee. Right? Loyal, right? Hi, Altair. Hi, Felicia's. Misha, not me. Yeah, you don't look like the type, Misha. You actually look like the type that is chill, 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 to chill, to chill, to chill. And then you might kill somebody. But even then, it's like you're going to find a way to justify it, right? I'm like that. I'm chill, I'm nice, I'm chill. And then the fire and brimstone that comes out of me is shocking to everyone, including me. But it's only because I'm chill. I could be chill for years and people not really know what's inside of me. And what people don't know is that the fun part shows up, right? I just want to have fun. I just want to be easy breezy, but I notice everything I notice. And still I'm chill. And then someone steps on a toe and I go, "Oh, you said what?" And I'm hoping it was a mistake, right? It has to be a mistake. This has to be your moment where you're having this black co-host situation. I'm like, listen, I get it. Ooh, child, this might be nothing to do with me. And the person will say, it has everything to do with you. And I go, oh, we at war? Oh, I'm going to win this war. They don't know it, right? Because they've pegged me for being chill and nice and chill. Never really saw my anger. And then it's like, wow, she's reading me. She's annihilating me. And I won't let up. I bite down. And I'm just saying that to say that's my personality and it's real. And I can't even stop it once it shows itself. Once it shows itself, sometimes I'll walk away, I'll sit down, I'll think, and I'll come back and hit them again. It's terrible. It's terrible. Yeah. But is it rooted in fear when I get there? Or is the anger justified? I make sure my anger is justified. When I'm fighting for a cause, for you or for me, when I'm, speaking out on YouTube, it's justified. I like that part of me. I'm like that part that fights and I love that part. It's justified. I'm not screaming and yelling on a bus for no reason. I'm not at Starbucks hurting some poor girl's feeling that needs to get back to her children later, or some young man that's just trying to get through college. No, that's anger and fear and rooted way somewhere else. Has nothing to do with your coffee, right? I remember once I was in New Orleans, this waitress sitting down with one of my travel mates. And I don't know why this waitress took to us, but oh my God, she took to us and she talked and talked. She would talk to me and talk to my travel mate. And I'm just, at some point I looked at her and I thought, you're going to get into trouble. That's what I said to myself. I knew it. She was talking way too much. And our food hadn't come yet, so it was that too. And then she went to order the food, came back, talked again. And from my peripheral, I could see this woman circling. And I was like, I wonder if that's going to be a problem, because I'm very observant. If there's trouble, I'm the first one at the exit door. I was like, I wonder if that's going to be a problem. I did see the food come. She's still talking to us. I saw the food come, and she put the food behind, which I guess is normal for this restaurant, very famous restaurant in New Orleans. She put the food behind us, way behind us, and then yelled at the waitress that was talking to us. And when she did that, I turned around and I looked at her. And I said, come here. Now the other woman left. She scattered along. And I said, come here. I said, what was that about? I was like, you just ruined my meal. And she's like, she was talking too much. I said, I hear you. And I'm sure there's a better way you could have handled that. I said, but now I'm disgusted. Give me your manager. The way I said it, you guys aren't even getting the heat that was coming out of me. Did not raise my voice, but the heat that was, get your manager. So she gets the manager comes over, and I told the manager, she wasn't allowed to embarrass that woman in front of me. I'm having an experience in New Orleans. And right up until this moment, it was a wonderful experience. How dare she? How dare she disrespect this woman in front of me? There are curtains right there. She could have waited. She could have documented the time. She could have waited, and then she could have spoke to her behind the curtain, not in front of me, child. I didn't say it like that. The way I'm giving it to you guys is nice. I did not say it like that. What I can tell you is that our meal was free. Anger justified. Even though I knew the girl was going to get into trouble. But she wasn't supposed to upset me. I knew that girl was going to get in so much trouble. I have had some pointed anger at my husband lately. Yeah. Do you need to, Gabrielle, though? Very pretty picture, by the way. Oh. Hope it's not in my hair. Oh, I still see it. It's an ant. Oh, the Caribbean. Do you need to be, Gabrielle? Seriously? Is it anger wrapped in fear? Or is it anger justified? And when you say pointed anger, is it anger that could you talk about it instead? Do you think there's a better way to just kind of look at what's going on? And can you identify the pointed anger? You identify the fact that you're doing it. Can you identify what it is? Is it him doing something specific? You gotta say it. You have to identify it, or people don't change. All right? I have a Libra rising, Misha. Aw, I have a Libra rising. Well, Felicia, that's not true. One can hold it in forever. But the question is, what can you not hold in anymore? That's the point of anger in fear, unjustified anger. Because whatever it is, you can't hold in anymore. You're supposed to say something from jump. Say it from the beginning. Please do not do this. I mean, I've had this situation where I tell my family members, when you have something important to tell me, don't text me. Whatever you do, when it's important, don't text me. And the disrespect in texting something important is mortifying. I don't understand the tone. I don't understand the sentence even. I'm looking at the sentence and I'm going, wait, what happened? And they do it every time until it blew up. But I pointed it out. The interesting part is that when it blew up, I kept pointing it out in the argument. The point that I'm trying to make to you all, and we would not be here. We would not be here if you all both didn't text me the information. You know, they didn't get it. And by not getting it, it got worse, as it was supposed to. Justified anger, because they had been warned and warned. Like literally, a text will come through, and I'm like, why didn't you call me? Don't text this to me. Call me. And of course, they would call, but there's something in that is very rebellious and mean and kind of like insubordinate, like disrespecting someone's wants and wishes, but in a way where I'm like, I'm in a different age bracket. There's no way I'm going to understand the tone of this. Somebody pick up the phone and call me. And I'm giving 2 opportunities. I'm not even telling one person. I'm telling 2 people. And I lost it. Justify anger. But 1, they knew. And 2, Child, they didn't want to understand that part, and it just got worse because I was like, oh, hell no. Hell to the F no. And it got worse. And then what came up was 1,000 other things. It was crazy. And I'm okay with that. Because if I get to the point of anger, it kind of is over. It has to be. If you don't get to say, you're right, I should have, what was I thinking? None of this would be here. But since people wanted to keep the disrespect, then the disrespect was slammed back. No regrets. So, all you could do is state your case. And you don't state it in anger. You just say, why do you keep doing that? Why do you keep coming home at 8 o'clock and you get off at 6? Can you please come home at 6? See if it happens. When I send you out to get chicken, and I even text you all the ingredients, how do you miss something and not call me? Justify it if it keeps happening. Then you have a right to get angry. But if you're just getting angry because somebody's supposed to know how you feel, oh, child, you're just going to wind up with stress and high blood pressure. You're going to wind up with, counseling by yourself. You're going to wind up divorced. If it's about you, I'm saying if you aren't being the one to say what you mean, tell me what you mean. Say to the person, your children especially. Some of y'all have relationships, adult relationships. I'm like, how are you having healthy relationships with your children? You're not having good relationships over here, let alone something that you birth. And I'm going to add this because I think everyone should invest in a therapist. Invest in a therapist. Nothing wrong with it. Because I think a therapist will help you all to understand how you are reacting to things. You. The therapist is there for you. You get to talk about what you want. And then this happened, and then that happened, and this. And a therapist says to you, how did you feel when it happened this way? What did you do when this happened, right? That's the therapist's job. You get to purge what's been bothering you, and then you get some advice on what to have, how to handle something the next time. Thank you, Sarah J. Thank you, sweetie. It's investing in yourself, because the investment isn't your relationship issues. Your investment really is a lifestyle. Your investment is how you handle your children, who's going to grow up one day and be exactly like you. And I don't think anybody wants that. We want our children to be next generation better. We all want that. But we might have to teach it. So that means you try to get some assistance to be best. Oh, Mahogany. Well, what's your Facebook page? Mahogany says, I've been hosting open conversations on Facebook about mental health, encouraging people to seek therapy. I agree. I think therapy is amazing. As long as you're receiving what the therapist style has for you, don't copy the therapist and then try to be a therapist with your husband, with your wife. Like, don't do that. I know people that do that shit too. Don't do that. You're there getting therapy. Get the therapy. Sit in it. Sit in it. And as you sit in it, start cleaning out all that gunk that's made you who you are. Erica Hamlet is my Facebook every Sunday at 3:15 p.m. All right, sweetie, send me a link. DM me your link so I can be there on Sunday. Erica Hamlet is my Facebook page. I like that. Thank you for offering that service. Good for you. Erica Hamlet. And is that Central or Eastern, sweetie? Look at that. And that's a really good page to have because to this day, you know, I don't need a therapist. Yeah, you need a therapist. But to be a part of a group that is understanding of it without making you go get it, like, I'm like, get a therapist. To be a part of a group that's like, let's talk about mental health. Let's talk about why a therapist would be helpful. That's really, really responsible, Erica. Thank you. Setting boundaries has helped me as an adult. That's a whole nother conversation, but you're absolutely right. Oh, those boundaries. Has helped me as an adult. Honestly, I noticed many people didn't like the boundaries set, but you have to respect yourself first to show others how to respect you. Oh, the boundaries. Yeah, those are hurtful tools, right? But it's necessary. The boundaries are necessary. And what you hope is that the boundaries give you a moment to rest, right? And it also helps you to see better. So sweet. I've done it. I've done 2. It was informative. I post therapist support groups, counselors, healing circles. I love that, etc. New topic weekly. Look at her doing her part for the world. Thank you. Yeah. That's a COVID responsibility. If everyone doesn't know why COVID is here, I talk about it. Maybe I'm not getting across what it looks like, but it's about kindness and care for others and taking the tools that you know best to make yourself better, right? And to develop a group to teach people about therapy, self-care. That's COVID love. Yeah. All right, guys, I gotta go. And thank you. Is anybody tired during this full moon? Anybody? I just came from a quick nap and I needed it. I didn't even know I needed it, but I needed it. Maybe I get up too early. Maybe I should stay in an hour extra. That may help me. It's been difficult for our community to even start the conversation, so I had to. I agree. I got your back. It's been draining. That's it. That's pretty. Yes. This full moon, well, it's Mercury retrograde, right? Which doesn't give us the good ability to communicate effectively. Mahogany says, I've been tired since COVID. I agree. COVID might be the real problem. All right, guys. I love you. Good girl. And of course. I love you. Oh, thank you, Mahogany. I'll be there. I'll join, but send me the link. It's really hard for me to find Facebook people, so please send me the link in my DM. And if I got a good reading to do, I'll do a reading. But right now, I gotta go out and get some water. Let me go get my water. Blessings, everyone. Bye.